Hello, beautiful beings. Oh my gosh, I can't believe what just happened. It's a Christmas miracle. I'm really hungry, so I can't talk for very long, but I just have to make a video right now. Okay, so, wow. It's absolutely amazing what just happened. So for the last, like 2.5, 3 months, off and on, my roommate's dog has gotten scared and run in my room, and now the last time I tried to talk to him about it, he got really mad at me and called me names, and so I was just like, I'm not gonna even, I'm just going to just immerse myself in silence. Really, that's always the answer. It really is, because that's where all the answers come from. Anyway, so every time I have ever argued with him, I say, that's the last time I'm going to argue with him. That's the last time. Because it's not productive at all. At all. Ever. Because he doesn't remember what we've even argued about. I am arguing with an unconscious person because I have become unconscious when I interact with him a lot of the times. So anyway, I've let it go for the last couple weeks. I haven't said anything about it. And, I have felt really uncomfortable because she comes in my room and I have a blanket hanging over my door so I can leave my door open and nobody can just look in my room. So she comes in here, and so I've been putting the blanket up so my roommate can just look right in here and see that she's just laying on the floor and that I'm not, trying to keep her in my room. I've been feeling uncomfortable because I've been picking up on some anger that he's been feeling towards me. Like, I have been taking his dog, but it hasn't been my fault. It hasn't, but he forgets that. And automatically, I know you've all met somebody that always points at somebody else and doesn't look at their own behavior. It's so frustrating. Anyway, so what I've been able to do this last couple weeks is just detach. To just watch, be the observer like I am. Like, that's our true nature, is the observer. We are watching the play of existence. And it seems like, okay, I'm not going to buddy trail. So tonight, I've just been feeling, but ignoring it. Ignore. Drop those thoughts. Drop them. Let them die. And, even a few days ago, I was picking up on his anger because he has some beers at night and becomes more unconscious. So, there's some, grumbling and some icky feelings that I get. And especially around his dog, I told him tonight, I said, I can't imagine how bad that feels, having your dog start distancing herself from you. And so anyway, so I just wanted to make sure that I was done talking about that part of it. Yeah, so I was just quiet about it and observing, just observing. And, when the thoughts about him would come up and I would feel that feeling from him, that anger, I noticed a couple days ago that my mind went, because I would feel that feeling, my mind said, oh, he's thinking, I don't know what he's thinking. I can just feel what he's feeling. But I didn't fully realize that the other day when I made that video and I was feeling so much joy, that's when I was really kind of onto it, I guess. When I pick up a feeling or there's just this feeling of joy, my mind would have a commentary about it. Have something to say about it. It's not necessary to have something to say about a feeling that I'm feeling. It feeds it. It's okay if it's joyous, but, more specifically, if it's a negative feeling I'm picking up, I don't need the commentary. So, my daughter, Kistisha, and I were actually talking about that on winter solstice. That's a huge realization to have. So he got home tonight, and I was doing something in the kitchen, and I thought, man, oh man, I wish we could talk about this. I really wish we could just talk about it and resolve it, so it would stop building, because, when things are building. And I was in the kitchen thinking that, and he came out and he sat down and he was putting his boots on and he said, okay, I mean, this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. This is where, the miracles come from the silence, but the mind goes, well, I got to do something, or I feel agitated, so I want to say something. And it used to feel so uncomfortable just to stay quiet. But that's the solution. Like, that's my solution. That's where all the words come from, where all the actions come from my true place. Oh my gosh. The ancients are obviously here, but they're just like, yeah, go. They're not even really interjecting anything. It's so funny. So he said, hey, I just got home from work, so before I get a couple beers in me, it's the first time in a year and 4 months that he's even acknowledged the fact that, that he'd have some beers in him. So, wow. He said, before I get a couple beers in me, sorry, somebody just messaged me, I'm trying to get rid of it. Can we talk about Molly, his dog? I was just like, yeah, absolutely. This is a perfect time to talk about it. And so I sat down, I've studied body language, so I sat down on the floor, so I was lower than him. He was on a low stool, but it's really good, especially if I'm talking to somebody that feels intimidated easily. I try to get lower than them. And, keep my voice kind of higher, like I do with the dogs. It's important. All those things have an effect on somebody. And so, I just got intensely present, like Eckhart and Mooji have taught me. I just got intensely present. And I'm just like, I'm thinking, I am the space for this, because we are the space. I am the space for this, and whew, just quiet. And, then another being, even if they're unconscious, they recognize themselves in that, because that's their true nature too, that silence. Oh, it's just so beautiful. Practicing and practicing what we already are. I know that might sound strange, but even for years when it didn't feel like the practice was getting me anywhere, it does. It's just so beautiful. They're saying it's so much like learning a new language. You practice and practice and practice and, get frustrated or whatever, but then all of a sudden you're fluent in that language, and oh, it's just so beautiful. Okay, wow, I was just like, yeah, absolutely, I'm totally open to this talk, and he was open. He was so open, and he said, I'm not blaming you at all. He said, I have had thoughts of what is she doing with my dog in there, and the fact that he even admitted that was a Christmas miracle. And I know I sound like the Grinch when I talk about Christmas. It's just, for the people that put way too much pressure on themselves. If you don't have money, or you're raising kids by yourself, or you're not raising kids by yourself, it's all about the children anyway. So just try not to put too much pressure on yourself about Christmas. I don't have money right now, like a lot of money. I have money for what I absolutely need. So I haven't bought people presents, and that's okay. Everybody that knows me and loves me knows that I love them, and they know how I feel about them without buying them something. I like to get love gifts throughout the year. I like to get people love gifts, or I like to make people things. Okay, so with my roommate, how it ended out was that we are just going to let it go. And I was just like, you don't even know how grateful I am. Thank you so much for this talk. I feel so relieved, that you're not holding a resentment against me for some reason. And he's just like, oh, no, not at all. I have kind of went there before, a few times. I'm just like, wow, he's really saying this? I know I'm repeating myself, but it's very exciting. Was there something else? Wasn't there something else that we wanted to talk about? I think it was maybe the Christmas. It's not all Grinchy, and when I was talking to my mom yesterday, and I realized something. Christmas was really fun when I was still at home with my parents, but I don't know, it seems like some people are better at making holidays more festive than others. And I just don't feel like I'm one of those. I mean, my girls and I, we always had a tree and presents under the tree, you know, but, oh, yeah, they're saying, remember, you always had that mind, that monkey mind. So, you know, I have a whole year, almost a whole year until Christmas again. It's not Christmas yet. It's the 23rd. I was just sitting on my feet. It's the 23rd today. So, I have a whole year to make stuff for people and get stuff for people along the way. So my New Year's resolution is, one of them, is to start on Christmas, because I don't want to exclude it, because it has always felt absolutely amazing the times that I have had money for people to get them things or to make them things. So I want that. And I've always thought, you know, I wish I would have started a year ago. So that's my New Year's resolution. I'm starting. I'm going to start, and it's going to be a great Christmas next year. No stress. See, I just don't do things that cause undue stress. I choose peace every time. Peace over stress, if at all possible. Yeah, I'm hungry. I know. I'm severely hypoglycemic. No, I'm actually not hypoglycemic. I've been saying that for so many years because if I get too hungry, I have seizures. I don't let myself get that hungry anymore. But it's too long of a story, but a few months ago, I found out that I'm actually not hypoglycemic. I'm not diabetic also. I just have a super high metabolism. So when I get too hungry, my body starts eating itself. I guess that's the way it is. That's the description. Yeah, so I am definitely hungry. My blood sugar's low, so I'm talking weird. Anyway, so it seems like, oh yeah. Okay, so I mean, I had this amazing friend, and you know how friends part once in a while. And I just felt really, really compelled to send her a heartfelt message about how it wasn't mean or anything, but it was exactly how I felt. And I said, you know, basically, if we can have it like this, finally, you know, saying exactly what I need in a friendship, then I think that we could have a really healthy, fun relationship. And I sent the message, and I said, universe, make it plainly obvious if she's supposed to be in my life. It's amazing because she hasn't messaged me back yet, but I know she got the message. And if she's not if she's not supposed to be in my life for my highest good, which is the highest good of the planet, then she will not be in my life. But there won't be any hard feelings. We message each other once in a while, and maybe that's just how it's going to be for now. You know, but I don't push anymore. I absolutely don't push anymore. They're saying also, because one reason I don't push is because, well, that's resistance. But it's because I'm not coming from a place of loneliness anymore, where I feel like I need people. You know, I don't need any hostages anymore to feel better. Or life rafts, you know. 13. Okay, so I'm gonna go eat, and Merry Christmas to you. I don't know, maybe I'll make another video tomorrow. I'm not sure. But if you feel lonely over the holidays, you know, I don't drink, so I'm coming up on 16 years. So, you know, if you don't drink, I'll definitely, you know, if you're jonesing or something, message me, and we'll talk about it, and talk you off the cliff. So, and if you just feel lonely, you know, and if you don't feel like you have anybody to talk to, go ahead and message me. If you want to see what the ancients have to say to you, you can ask me a question and information comes through. So my email is satsongwithmamag@gmail.com. I love you so much.